from BS and Beer Media. It's Top of the Bleachers with Jason and Tucker.
Handoff, Smith coming right, trying to outrun the coverage, makes a cut, gets it. Oh, he's still going. Oh, he's going to score. He's got the ball.
Let's see what the guys are talking about today.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the Top of the Bleachers. It's a new year, 2026. Been a couple weeks since we've been on doing anything, but so much stuff has happened. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. NFL, NBA, some college hoops. What's up, man? You survived the cruise.
Yeah, boat didn't sink. I made it back.
Did you see any fist fights?
Didn't see any fist fights. No.
Every video I see of a cruise on X somewhere, some massive brawl down at the buffet. You know what I mean?
Well, I can tell you this: the buffet is overrated. Okay, the buffet is really buffets were not really that. You know, there's a lot of it, but it's not really high quality. I would say, scrumptious food or whatever.
Really?
But they have a lot of like little side venues. So they had a place where you could go and get a pizza, and it only took like, if you didn't mind pepperoni, you could get a slice and walk off. If you wanted something special, it'd take about, 7 minutes. You'd have to sit to the side, wait. But they give you like a whole pizza, And then there was a little bar where you could get omelets made right in front of you. That was pretty good. And then that guy, I can never say his last name, Ferrari, the spiked-haired, yellow diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Guy,
yeah.
There you go.
He had a burger bar on the ship, and it was kind of like, did you ever go to Fuddruckers when you were younger?
I have been there once, yes. Where you make your own burger or something?
Yeah, it was kind of like Fuddruckers. You would get the bun and, the patty, and if you wanted like a double or bacon, they would do that. And then you would take it over to the bar, and they had like a huge salad bar where you could fix your burger the way that you wanted. So
was there fine dining?
There was fine dining, but it's kind of like going to, Outback or someplace in town where you show up and you put your name on a list, and then they give you the little buzzer. But on the ship, they have an app. And you go to the app, put your name on the list, and then when there's about 10 minutes for your table's going to be ready, they text you and tell you, hey, your table's ready or whatever.
There you go.
So, yeah, there was some of that. The drink package was really good. I had 15 drinks a day. I did not reach my limit any day. I was at sea. I tried real hard one night. I really did. Missed dinner. I missed that dinner. I quit counting after like 8 Jack and Cokes. So I was like, okay, I'm hitting that stride.
You didn't make it to dinner? You passed out?
I did not make it to dinner. I was just gonna rest my eyes for a second, and I woke up the next morning. So that's
It's your average blackout, no big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal. That's funny.
I did sleep really well on the cruise. I don't know. I made a joke about maybe it's because I had a waterbed as a kid or something like that, but I slept like 7.5
driver motion,
I don't know, 7.5, 8 hours, every night. So that's pretty good for me. So, and then we had one day of rough seas, and they were about 10-foot swells that we were hitting. Yeah. And didn't really mess with me too much. Went up on the top deck where they got the pools and everything, and all the pools are shut. And it's funny because you could stand up there and watch the water in the pool just slam one side and then slam the other side. I'm like, man, if I was a kid, this is when I would want in the pool. It's like a built-in wave pool.
That's crazy.
So
nothing crazy. I would like, oh my gosh, it's going to swamp us.
No, nothing like that. I don't know. I give it a 7 out of 10. I don't think I'm going to become like a cruiser now. Like, oh yeah, we're going on another cruise. I don't think so. Next, I would like to try one of those all-exclusive resorts. That's what I would like to do. I'd like to fly into like Jamaica and stay at like a Sandals or something for the week and then fly home, that kind of thing.
That'd be cool. I
think that would be neat. And from what I understand, it's relatively the same price.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know how much a cruise is. I know I was going to get tickets one time, and it was like, but there was a pretty large group of people going, and I think they were like, I don't remember, $500 or $600, but I don't remember if that was a night or a week or I have no idea. So I don't know how expensive it is.
It just depends on like how long of a cruise you want to go, where you want to go from, what cruise line you want to be on. Cause like some of the cruise lines are like super expensive. Like I think Norwegian, which I saw one of their boats. Oh my gosh. It is humongous, dude. It was, I want to say it was something like $8,000, a person for the cruise or whatever.
I bet they got good food over there, though.
I bet you their buffets are a lot better. I bet you they are. Yeah,
fresh.
And they run all.
Food.
They run all kinds of deals during the year and all that stuff. So I mean,
all right.
Two of the craziest things that happened to me. We get to Cozumel, Mexico, or as we say in the South, Cozumel. All right.
Cozumel.
Cozumel. So we get to Cozumel and you can disembark for the day. And Lacey and the twins and her sister had this excursion to go swim with the dolphins. And me and David just kind of hung back on the boat for a little while. And then we got off and went into town. So they have a bunch of like architecture and stuff you can take pictures in front of. And this woman taps me on the shoulder and she says, if I climb up them stairs, will you take some pictures of me? And I said, sure. So she handed me her phone and I ran off with it. No, I didn't.
You got to fake like you're going to anyway.
She went up on the stairs and I took pictures of her and then she come down and I was helping her down off the stairs and I was like, where are you from? And she was like, Fordyce, Arkansas.
No.
Yes, I busted up laughing. I said, I'm from Conway, Arkansas. And she said, no way. And I said, yeah. Said, you got on a boat, came all the way to Cozumel to get your picture taken by an Arkansas.
That's so crazy. What in the world?
And then later on so in the morning, you get an itinerary of what's going on the boat all day long. And every 30 minutes, they got something going off somewhere on the boat. And it's a way to keep you busy, while you're out at sea or whatever. Well, one of them was Harry Potter trivia. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the night that I missed dinner. Okay. So I'm about 5 drinks in and somebody says, hey, we're going to Harry Potter trivia. I was like, yeah, like I said, I got to run to the restroom and then, I'll meet you at Harry Potter trivia. So go to the restroom. I walk into the American Lounge and it's like just this big, huge lounge area with leather couches and a bar. And that's where they're going to do the trivia. And I see my people up at the bar. And as I'm walking up, I notice a guy with a Razorback on his hat. So the first words out of my mouth were woo pig, right? I said, woo pig. The bar erupts. There's like 20 Arkansans sitting at the bar.
Whole group of them, huh? That's crazy.
And I ended up sitting next to a guy who he worked in Risen, but his wife was a teacher in Sheridan. And I said, oh, my brother was the AD in Sheridan for a little while. She turned and looked at me and she said, I told my husband you look familiar.
Well, y'all do kind of favor a little bit, but not as much since he lost all that weight. He looks different than he did when we were younger. He looks different.
So Well, Matt had 3 phases of life. Like when he was in high school and the Navy and all that, he was in really good shape. And then he busted his knee and kind of went the other way. Like he went from 6-pack to, 3K.
He was a large man there for a little bit.
I think he pushed 400 at one time. And then now he's down to I think he's under 200 now,
It's crazy. I know he looks good, looks skinny.
Well, I wouldn't say he looks good. He looks skinny.
Healthier. About that make you feel better.
Yeah,
healthier than he was. Because he was a large man there for a while.
It was getting bad there for a while.
Yes, we all are too, but I can't say much. I've been a large man most of my life too. So
yeah, there's a difference when you've been big your whole life and then when you're a skinny guy and you get fat and then you get skinny again. It's just different. Like I've been this size my whole life. I lose 10 pounds and people tell me I'm looking good. And I'm
I know.
Yeah, I'm still fat as I can be. I don't know why you say I'm looking good.
I know, bro.
People always, we talked about backhanded compliments the other day. It's like I had a woman tell me one time, "You're really losing weight. I can see it in your face." Well, that's where I wanted you to see it, not in my hips or my big fat belly, but in my face. I was really worried about my face.
Yeah, well, it's weird. Like I lost probably 60 pounds one time, and I had a friend ask me, "Are you sick? Are you?
Yeah.
Is there something going on with you that you're not telling?" I was like, "No, I ain't sick." Well, you just don't look the same. I was like, "I know I don't look the same. I was a freaking fat ass for 35 years or however long." Of course I don't look the same. But yeah, they were pretty shocked how I look. Well, you just don't look like yourself.
It also irritates me that
what does that mean?
It takes me, say, 6 months to a year of being really good and exercising and everything to get to where I want to be. And it takes a month of me ignoring my diet and, eating what I want. And I'm right back to where I was at,
Just like that, man. Just like that.
If I could drop weight as fast as I could put it on, holy moly.
No kidding. I've seen a lot of weird recipes lately with different things. Put oranges and banana pudding together, and you will sleep better at night. I'm like, what the? I saw this video.
I've been getting a bunch of stuff on my feed and everything about fasting.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, yeah, that sounds great. But I wake up in the morning and I don't eat breakfast. I never have been a big breakfast guy. I like breakfast food, but I don't eat it at breakfast time. I usually eat it at dinner if I'm going to have breakfast, And then when I get to work, I'm working all day. I never take the time to stop and eat anything. So I get home at 4:00 in the afternoon and I am famished. I am absolutely famished. And these fasting things are drink water with a little bit of salt. And, the first day is going to be difficult, but dude, I had to go 24 hours for a colonoscopy and I thought I was going to die. You want me to do a 7-day fast? I will. I'll perish. I'll end up killing somebody else. I'll see somebody eating a cheeseburger and tackle them and end up in jail somewhere.
Yeah, the fasting thing is hard, but there's a lot of spiritual reasons for that too.
Oh yeah, it's biblical. I'm not saying it's not biblical.
I mean, clearing your mind, clearing your, all that stuff. I saw some crazy stuff too. I hate to get off on a tangent. I know we're going to talk sports here in a minute, but I saw a video where they were debunking the Earth being billions of years old.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And the guy was like, he goes, they proved that the Earth is slowing down, spinning wise, and slowing down. And he's like, and if you reverse engine that to go back how far it would go to speed it enough where people start flying off the planet, or whatever, it ain't no billion years. You kidding, And then the other thing was, I didn't know that either. I didn't know that the Earth was slowing down. The other thing he said was the moon is moving away from us. And I was like, what? And then he was like, "We gotta add a second to the clock every year to keep the time right." I'm like, "What?"
Well, it's not every year. It's like every so many years. They've only done it like
This is crazy.
17 times or something. But
Anyway, that was the other proof.
I know when you make it makes it if it got too close, they'd act like magnets and slam together.
Yeah.
It's like it kind of like when he starts talking about the earth slowing down and the moon getting further away, it makes you like in your mind picture like, oh, tomorrow we're not going to have a moon. But he's talking like 1 inch every so often. It wasn't like huge or nothing.
It was still pretty wild to know the thing, but it makes sense, right? Because think about it, right? If you threw stuff in to the universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like floating away, right? You know what I mean? Gradually, you know what I mean, or whatever. So that makes sense to me. The whole, I feel like that's the Big Bang or whatever. It's
well, I think
amazing.
I think both can be true. Like the Big Bang talks about how there was this, particle, and this is where the Big Bang thing it falls apart. There's this particle out there, and it explodes, and that's what creates the universe, and the universe starts to expand. Okay, so where's the particle? Yeah. If the universe didn't exist,
I know
where I do too.
Yes.
And in the first part of Genesis, it says, he spoke. There's your Big Bang right there. Kaboom! He spoke. Boom, everything ends up. And even scientists, some of the greatest scientists that spend their entire careers trying to disprove God, end up having to admit that there's a grand design. There is a God. And towards the end of their life, they have to admit.
I've seen that too. Yeah, scientists. Anyway, on to some sports. Cruises and moons and oceans and the world coming to an end one day because the moon's too far away.
I don't think that's how it's going to happen, but it's possible, I guess.
I mean, it's possible. Yeah. Anyway. What do you want to talk about first? We got some NFL, we got basketball, we got college football. What did you get to watch anything while you were gone?
I got to watch a little. I guess Starlink.
Yeah.
The cruise ship had ball games and they had a sports bar, but at the time that we did the cruise, there wasn't a lot going on. There wasn't a whole lot of sports going on, a lot of replays and stuff like that. I watched a ESPN thing over Barry Switzer. It was decent.
I didn't watch that, but I saw that. I thought it looked pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I've seen a lot of stuff on him before, but
yeah. I guess the main question is Myles Garrett the all-time sack leader? He did it in 17 games. Michael Strahan did it in 16. Do we have to put an asterisk next to Myles Garrett's sack total? And does it really count for anything when you're on a crappy team?
Well,
like Strahan got the sack record and won a couple of Super Bowls while he was getting the sack record, but like Myles Garrett, he's like sacking for no reason. His team sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's not his fault, but it is sort of his fault because he took a bunch of money, right? He he could have played some, and maybe you had to pay some offensive guys, you know what I mean, or something, because or spread the wealth around. Anyway, I don't know about that. I know they stopped the game, which was kind of weird, like for that anyway, because it's not like a career thing or it's not like. Usually it's some career milestone, not a season milestone. Like I don't remember stopping the game for that before, something like that.
Well,
but, I guess I know in basketball sometimes they'll stop the game and give them the ball and
when they score like their 20,000 point or something.
Yeah, but it's career. It's not like one season.
Yeah, but For the rest of his career, though, he will be the single season sack leader. I mean, it's kind of a career stat and a single season stat. Like when you talk about Eric Dickerson, or you talk about, Emmitt Smith. I mean, I know his career, it was a career stat, but he doesn't get that unless he rushes for 2,000 yards a few years in his single season.
Mm-hmm.
It's an impressive stat.
Sure.
I'm not saying it's not impressive. I'm
No,
saying
true.
he had one more game to do it in. He wouldn't have done it if it was a 16-game season. He would have tied. He would not have gotten it. And it took him till the fourth quarter to get it.
It's just like you said about Emmett just now, though. When you think back about Emmett, you don't think about, remember that one good season he had where he had a bunch of yards? And you think about the whole thing, right? So maybe the same thing with him. I don't know.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I think about 93, 94, 95. Those or 92, 93, 94, 95. Those are the seasons I think about with Emmitt Smith. I don't think about the year he went to Arizona. Nobody thinks about that. We try to forget about that, don't we, as Cowboy fans?
He never went there. He was just playing around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I got the record. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
But that's it. His season's over. He gets to go home with his record.
They will bring it up, though. You know what I mean? Every year now. Is somebody going to catch the sack? Whatever. If somebody gets close, you know what I mean? Which
I think it's one of those. There are some stats that you don't think will ever be broken. Like Cal Ripken. Like, are we ever going to see another baseball player play that long? Because guys now, I mean, they get a fingernail chipped and they're out for 2 weeks or
they don't
whatever.
even get that. It's management.
It's load management. So there are some records you think will never. I think this is an achievable one. I think this is one that can be broken. It could probably even be broken by Myles Garrett himself next year.
That was my question. Was they going to stop the game and make a big deal if he breaks his own record next year?
I don't know.
I don't know.
A lot of that weren't they playing in Cleveland too?
Mm-mm. No, they were.
They were in Cincinnati and they ended up stopping the game. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but they won the game.
Yeah.
But
Cincinnati
sucked, bro. It was like backup quarterback everywhere.
I know it.
Like, this is ridiculous.
I know
a couple
it.
Games
Cowboys
were good though. I mean, that Baltimore-Pittsburgh game was good.
I'm watching the Cowboys and the Giants, and Giants got a 2-point lead going in at half, and I was like, well, we'll come out in the second half and we'll do something. They come out in the second half. Joe Milton III comes trotting out, and I was like, is Dak hurt? Why is Dak not playing? Well, he apparently, fulfilled whatever it was that he needed to fulfill in his contract, and he was done.
Yeah.
And yes, I find that very irritating, especially if I'm a fan who bought a ticket and I'm sitting there and now all of a sudden you bring in the backups. Like, I know you guys sucked all year long. Bring your starters out and let me watch them suck in person. Okay.
Let me watch them suck in person. That's great. That's a great line. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. I mean, I see both sides of it, right? Like, you don't want your multi-million-dollar quarterback breaking his leg in some game that don't freaking matter.
Yeah.
But, I mean, same time, he could get hurt in, summer practice too.
Well, I think that has a lot to do on that starting guy. Like, if you're Dak and you're coming out in the second half in a meaningless ball game and you're going to finish out the season, and there's 3rd and 4, and you see an opening up the middle that you could run for it, you throw the ball. Okay, you don't run for it, you throw the ball. It's a meaningless ball game. But I don't think you can take that will to win or out of athletes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Unless your name is Trayvon Diggs, and then apparently you don't really care.
You know what I thought when I saw him come out? I was like, dang, I didn't know they had a wide receiver that could play quarterback.
Yeah, he looked like he kind of reminded me of Cordell Stewart.
I don't know, man. That guy looks he looked really like tall and big. Did you see Alabama's backup quarterback by chance?
I don't guess I paid attention. No,
Bro, this guy, I
monster.
mean, he was huge. I was like, he looked like a tight end. I mean, that's how big he was. I mean, but he was athletic though. He wasn't, slow.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago. There was that big old kid that played quarterback for Kentucky, Lorenzo or something like that. Wasn't his name?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I think maybe.
Yeah, that kid was like 250 and playing
Like
playing quarterback, man. And was decent at it. He wasn't like bad or anything. Joe Milton didn't look bad when he tucked the ball and ran. He looked bad when he tried to throw it. He was not very accurate at all,
Yeah. Well, that's why he's the backup, right?
Well, and that to me, that's part of the NFL that doesn't really make sense to me. Like, I feel like they always talk about, well, this guy doesn't get a lot of snaps. He's like, well, what's he doing during practice? Like, he should be standing somewhere throwing the ball. That's what he should be doing all practice, is working on throwing the ball.
Yeah, or you should have a guy that can throw the ball as your backup. Like when we
that'd be nice,
right?
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering, how old is this guy? Because that was my next question.
Well, he played for Tennessee 4 years ago.
Oh, see, he's young. He's a rookie. I mean,
yeah. Oh, is he a rookie?
Well, 2024. So I guess this is year 2.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. That's crazy. He was born in 2000.
Yeah.
That's so wild. Hey, do you remember when John Gruden got hired in the NFL and they were like, the youngest coach ever to be hired? Yeah. That dude's 60-something now.
I saw one on the internet. Bradley Cooper. You know who Bradley Cooper is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 51.
No.
51, yeah.
Thank gosh, I'm still 40-something.
40-something, yeah.
I don't know, man. It's so wild. 50's coming up in a hurry. Okay. So let's see.
Well, the playoffs are set. Let's talk about some matchups.
All right, let's go to that because I don't want to talk about last week. It kind of sucked.
Okay. It didn't matter, but for like 3 teams, there was like 4 teams that it mattered for, and the rest of the guys were just out there playing.
I tell you who I don't want to play right now. That's your Texans.
Texans are looking good. I've been hot. I'm telling you, man.
They're hot, man.
I'm good at picking out teams that are going to do well. It's just never the teams I root for. Like I told you 2 years ago, watch out for this Arizona State team. They end up making the college football playoffs. And I told you earlier this year that the Texans have started turning it around. But I don't root for the Texans. I just happen to notice that they're playing really well. I watched a few of their ball games.
Their defense is really good, actually.
Jaguars.
So AFC, let's start in the AFC, right? Broncos got the number 1 seed, which is probably not what anybody picked coming into the year.
No. What is this? Bo Nick's 3rd year or 2nd year?
Want to say 3rd, but I could be wrong about that. And then of course the Steelers beat the Ravens because of that missed kick there at the end. So Steelers get to go. They got to play the Texans first round. I like the Texans in that one. Like they've been playing pretty good. Pittsburgh's been, they may playing good enough to get in, but they're just not. I think Texans got them on that one.
The Steelers have, they've just been this team that has caught a lot of they've caught a lot of breaks this year.
At Houston, too.
Yeah. I would probably take Houston in that ball game.
Yeah,
I was hoping that Aaron Rodgers was not going to be in the playoffs, but maybe we can bump him in the first round. That would be all right too.
That'd be all right. Then the other in the other games, you got Jaguars at the Bills. This is so weird. The Steelers are a higher seed. Why is that? Why is that?
I don't.
So the higher seed has to go on the road.
They shouldn't have to.
That can't be right. Hang on, let me look at the schedule. The way the bracket's set up is confusing me, I think. Because why would they do that? That's crazy. Yeah, so Buffalo at Jacksonville. Okay, this thing's got it weird. I don't know why they have it that way. Anyway, so let's go back to what was the other one then? Steelers Texans. Hang on a minute. Houston has to go to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Houston's got to go to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Houston goes to Pittsburgh.
I still like Houston in that ball game.
Bills go to the Jags.
Yes.
And then the Chargers go to the Patriots. That's your AFC. Man, that sucks. I kind of like the Patriots and I like the Chargers.
Yeah, I think it sucks that they match up in the first round.
Yeah.
But, dude, I'm telling you, I think the team to watch over here out of the AFC is the Jaguars, man. They've been playing really good ball lately. And it would suck for the Bills. The Bills finally have, a chant. Patrick Mahomes, who's been their kryptonite forever, is not in the playoffs.
Yep.
And now you got to go on the road and you got to play one of the hottest teams right now. Don't envy the Bills. I think the Bills are.
Yeah, but it's the Jags, man.
Yeah, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you.
I don't know. I really like the Bills out of the AFC, but I really think whoever wins this Patriots-Chargers game, that might be who I'm rooting for.
Well, I'm probably not going to root for anybody out of the AFC.
All right, let's look at the NFC.
If I was going to root for somebody out of the AFC, I'd probably root for the Texans.
Seahawks got the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
And they're going to wait the winner of
Rams and Panthers.
At the Panthers.
Yeah. Rams were my Super Bowl pick at the beginning of the year, and they did make the playoffs. So I've still got a chance here. They do have to play the Panthers at Carolina, and let's say they get past the Panthers, who are playing really good right now. Then you got to go to Seattle and play the Seahawks. Man, Seahawks are on fire right now. And that defense, they've taken the legend of Boom to like a whole nother level. So,
yeah. Rams at the Panthers. Who thought the Panthers would be in the playoffs? You know what I mean? Yeah, good on them, right? Good on them. Sure. The other matchup, we got Niners at the Eagles.
Yeah, go back to that Panthers thing. You said good for them. It seems like every year, though, isn't there that one team that was just at the bottom of the league and was so crappy, and now they're in the playoffs and they look pretty good? Seems like every year it's somebody like that.
That's true. And then the other one, Packers at the Bears.
Packers at the Bears, first round, dude. First freaking round.
Man, I bet you that's got Chicago fans shaking in their boots, man. They got PTSD from playing the Packers, I think. All those years with Favre and Rodgers. Oof.
Yeah. And I want full credit for the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams playing well. If you'll remember at the beginning of the year, I called him out and said he was playing like crap. You were a number 1 pick. You're supposed to be playing better. We even had a comment. Some guy commented and said that I was being too harsh. I can't remember what he said. Yeah. But he was a Caleb Williams fan. But I called him out. Caleb watches the show religiously, and he started playing some ball.
Yeah, he's been doing all right, man. They've
been doing good. He's been looking like a number 1 pick, which, I mean,
yeah, their defense has got a lot to do with that too.
I think probably the game that could be probably a lot of people would look at it as an upset, but I think it's very possible would be San Francisco beating the Eagles in Philadelphia. San Fran has not been playing bad. I mean, they 10, 11 wins this year. Eagles have been, what's the word? It's not like they haven't been good. They've just been uneagle-like. It doesn't look like the champions from last year. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You know who's given up the least amount of points for the season?
Out of all those teams, are they in the play? Are they in the playoffs?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with Seattle.
No. Houston.
Okay. Houston, really?
Yeah. Seattle's like 1, 2, 3, 4. They're like 6th.
You know, that makes sense though, because I feel like every time I watch a Houston Texans game, it's a low scoring ball game.
So you got the Texans and the Broncos, 1 and 2.
Yeah, okay. Broncos have a good defense.
Yards a game. Let's see how many yards everybody's giving up here. Again, number 1, Houston. Passing yards. Houston's down to like number 5 or 6 here, but Buffalo's number 1 in passing defense. Yards.
Really?
Anyway. Yeah, yards. Total yards. Yards a game, Buffalo. Rushing yards, total. Jacksonville. Got a good run defense. Only giving up 85 yards a game on rushing. That's pretty good. Seattle's actually the number 1. So you were right in a way. They're number 1 in total points. They've given up the least amount of points of everybody else. Only 292 points. Houston's right behind him though, 295.
So if defense wins championships, it should be Seattle and the Texans in the Super Bowl.
They definitely have got good defenses. The Broncos have a good defense as well. Patriots got a good defense. Eagles got a good defense. Then Jags, Packers, Bills.
Who's got the most explosive offense? Like who's scoring the most points and everything out of all these?
Let me go back. Offense here. Hang on. I got to get back to the right page. Lord, I must say. Okay, total yards, offense. So total yards, the Rams have the most yards this year. Right behind them, though, is the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. I was talking about playoff teams, not.
So out of offense, though, most yards, total yards, Rams, Patriots, Bills, Bears. There you go. Yards a game, total yards per game, Rams, Patriots, Bills, Bears. There you go. Passing yards, total passing yards, Rams and the Patriots again. Yards per game. Rams and the Patriots again are towards the top. Rams are number 1. Rushing yards, total rushing yards, Buffalo.
Really?
So Buffalo got a really good
run game
as well. Yeah.
Well, they got Cook. And I think Josh Allen, is like their second leading rusher. I think he was their leading rusher for a while.
The Patriots are pretty good offensively all the way around. They're pretty good.
The Patriots are pretty good all the way around, defensively, offensively, everything.
But the Rams are averaging 30 points a game. Oof. That's crazy. And New England right behind them, 28.8. And then Seattle. See, this is why Seattle's so good. They're number 3 in total points. And then their defense is on the top 2. Seattle got a good shot this year.
They do.
They got a good offense and a good defense instead of being lopsided. You know what I mean? Lots of times
Yeah.
it'd be like, oh, we got the number one offense, but our defense stinks. You know?
So when are the wild card games?
They start January the 11th, which is
Holy crap!
I
That's
think it's
Sunday.
Saturday
Yeah,
or
that's
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah.
And then the Steelers Texans is on the 12th.
What?
Okay, the 10th, January 10th as well. So it looks like 10th, 11th, and 12th. So Bears Packers play on is that Saturday night? Yeah, they play Saturday night.
See, did you hear what Dan Lanning said about college football and how we should be playing every weekend in December? There shouldn't be any, it shouldn't be any bye weeks or anything like that. Like we should already have had the championship game. Like championship game should have been January 1st. And then you don't run into a problem with the portal. You don't run into a problem with coaches wanting to go somewhere else, any of that stuff. All this bye weeks that we give and we take, and he talked about how they are taking something sacred, Saturday college football, and now we're letting the NFL bleed over into like they'll have Saturday games and stuff because we're not doing anything as far as college football goes. They're not doing anything on that Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like the idea they're young kids. If it means you have to get rid of a preseason game or a non-conference ball game, that's fine.
Well, I mean, their reasoning is to go, well, we got to play all these bowl games first. Well, that's a lie because you're playing these right in the middle of these other bowl games.
Yeah.
What's the matter if you play at the beginning?
There's nothing wrong with it. Like you could still like when a playoff game is going on, doesn't mean that every other team has to sit around and watch. They can be playing a game too. It's ridiculous. So ridiculous. It's almost as ridiculous as the Duke's Mayo guy. Did you see that?
Duke's Mayo guy?
Yeah, the Duke's Mayo had a bowl game. And during the bowl game, they had a Duke's Mayo guy that was walking through the stands giving away bottles of mayo to everybody.
Wow. Yeah, the SEC championship game, I think this is right. Was it the first part of December 6th, right? So you could have had games. Let's see here. Let me look at my calendar. The 6th is a Saturday, yeah. So I mean, you could have played the 13th, the 20th, and then had championship games on the 1st. But they did it weird too because they were like, let's play on a Wednesday night. Yeah, like what? What are we doing? Like,
not only that, but if you have all these bowl games and everything, well, then why don't you have a bowl game going every night? Like every night, you should be knocking out these bowl games. It shouldn't just be.
Well, they usually do. They not do that this year?
I don't feel like it. I feel like there was
any bowl games.
I think that's the problem.
That's part of the problem, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, who you picking out of the? You taking the Niners or who's your pick out of the NFC?
I'm gonna stick with the Rams, man. I picked them at the beginning to win the Super Bowl. I got to stick with them. Sticking with the Rams.
So, what's your Super Bowl? What's your prediction here?
I guess from what we were talking about, I'm gonna go Rams Texans.
I'm not going to argue with that. That's a pretty good pick, if you ask me. I think the Bills could be an upsetter. They could upset some folks.
I think the Bears, the Patriots, the Broncos, and the Texans all have very young quarterbacks with not a lot of playoff experience. So I think that could come into factor at some point. Plus, you got Sam Darnold quarterbacking for Seattle, and when he was with the Vikings, he lost in the first round. So he's got to get over that.
All these quarterbacks are young. None of these guys have any experience. You got Rodgers.
Purdy's has got Jalen Hurts has got a Super Bowl winner.
Actually,
Josh has been in the playoffs. I don't know how many times. Freaking.
Yeah, but on the AFC side, right, you got Rodgers and Allen. But then I don't think Trevor's ever played
I don't think Trevor's ever been in it. I forgot about him.
Didn't the Texans play one though? Didn't they lose? Like make it not and then lose? I feel like they did. Especially, I think his rookie year. Stroud's rookie year. He had a really good rookie year.
Yeah, he was blowing them up his rookie year. I remember everybody was talking about him.
I don't remember, but he might have a game or something. But yeah, the Patriots, he doesn't have any experience. Justin Herbert, he's been held down by the Chiefs for his whole career.
Yeah.
Yeah. All these guys are young, man. You got Matt Stafford and Aaron Rodgers. The old
Josh Allen,
the old dogs, man.
Well, I'm not talking about old as far as I'm just talking about playoff experience. Like Jalen Hurts has already won a Super Bowl, so he's in there. Rodgers has won a Super Bowl. Josh has been in the playoffs. I don't know how many times and gets knocked out by Mahomes every year.
Stafford's won one.
Stafford's won one and has been in the playoffs. I feel like they've since he's gotten there, every year they've been in the playoffs.
Yeah, they made the playoffs a few times in Detroit too. They just didn't do anything when they got there. Yeah.
And pressure is a real thing. So it'd be interesting to see how Caleb and Bo Nix and Trevor and these younger quarterbacks do when it's time for the playoffs. Jordan Love's got a little bit of playoff experience. I don't know, man. It should be a good playoff. It should be a good playoff.
I'm with you, though. I think maybe I'm going to pick Bills-Rams. That's going to be my pick. All right, let's do some college football right quick. They're down to the Final Four. This is not the Final Four that anybody expected, probably. There's no Ohio State. There's no Notre Dame. There's no Alabama. There's no Georgia. Yeah.
No Clemson. No Clemson. There is a blue blood still in there. I consider Miami a blue blood. Even though it's been a while since they have won a championship, they have won championships in the past.
Have they won more than one?
Oh, yeah.
Have they? I don't even know. I mean, I know they beat Oklahoma in 1988. I quit caring what the hell they did the rest of my life.
You can't hold a grudge, man. You can't hold a grudge.
I can too. Freaking Hurricanes. Get out of here.
Yeah, they've won. All right, 1983, 87, 89, 91, and 2001.
Okay. Been a long time since then, though.
It's been a long time. I didn't say that they were a reason, but I do consider them a blue blood. When you have
this is weird.
When you have 3 or more championships, man, that's pretty impressive.
This is weird though. Miami and Ole Miss. Okay, that's your matchup.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
And there are a lot of questions going into this. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of questions going into this ball game too. Like Ole Miss, is Charlie Weiss still going to be there? The transfer portal opened. There's a lot of questions at Ole Miss. I don't know.
By the way, I don't know about if you saw the NFL. There's been some firings last day or two too. Pete Carroll got fired.
Okay. Well, when you only win 3 ball games, it's kind of hard to justify keeping it.
I don't even remember his name. The coach at the Cardinals. He got fired.
Oh,
I forget his name.
I want to say Lincoln Riley, but that's not right.
It's not Cliff. It's not Kingsbury or Cliff.
Oh, I thought it was still Kingsbury. Oh no,
he got fired a couple years ago. His name came up when they was searching for college coaches and stuff. Anyway,
I know they benched Murray there at the end of the season, so I don't know.
I just feel like I don't know. Is Ole Miss limited because they don't have their coach? You know what I mean?
They sure didn't look like it in that last ball game. I mean,
No, but
their offense looked pretty freaking awesome. And let me tell you something.
yeah.
They've got the quarterback to win a championship. Chambliss does everything you want a quarterback to do. He can run the ball. He's accurate on the throw. He's accurate on the run. He runs the RPO well. He's a good game manager. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Chambliss is a good quarterback. Now, if they lose Charlie Weiss, if Charlie Weiss is off at LSU doing his job at LSU and he's not going to call the plays at Ole Miss, then yes, you could run into some offensive problems.
He's not there full time, but there was reports that him and a couple other guys were there. They were in Baton Rouge. I don't know how long, right? And then we're coming back. I feel like
which I don't understand Ole Miss. Like, I think
Lane wants them there for the portal. That he wants everybody there for the portal.
No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I thought it was strange that Ole Miss would say no to Lane Kiffin coaching through the championship, but then they would say, okay, yeah, but we'll keep a couple of your assistants and stuff like that. It's like, Lane could have been crappy about it and been like, no, boys, you're Tigers now. You don't need to be over there with Ole Miss. Well, so I don't know if this is Lane.
The rumor was get on the plane or else.
Yeah.
And some of them got on, some of them didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know.
So anyway,
I'm rooting for Miami though.
You're rooting for Miami. I feel like Miami's going to win.
For the whole thing, I'm rooting for Miami. And the reason I am is because they are the lowest seed left. They are a 10 seed. There were people that thought that he shouldn't have been in the playoff. I like the whole story of Carson Beck leaving Georgia, going to a team. Georgia's not in the playoffs, and they are. I like the whole story, So I'm going to.
Man.
And plus, I think.
Oh, my gosh.
Is it in Miami?
In Miami. Championship game is going to be in Miami.
I honestly feel in my heart of hearts that it is Indiana's to lose. Like, if Indiana should be the clear-cut winner out of these four teams. But
I know, but they got to be.
It's hard. They got to play Oregon again. Hard to beat the same team twice. That's what I keep hearing.
Oregon's good,
dude. Indiana, they know how to ball, man. They know how to ball.
They dog walk Bama.
Boy, did they ever!
I know.
I thought your friend Red Claps is going. We're going to have to give him the 988 number before that ball game was over.
I know. Oh, Bama privilege, man. Don't get me started
Bama
on
privilege.
That.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so you pick in. I pick. I'm gonna say Indiana, Miami. Oh man, they got to play in Miami. That's crazy.
I'm gonna pick Indiana, Miami. Yeah, I'm gonna root for Miami. I expect Indiana to win it all. Okay.
I'm not rooting for Miami. I'll pick them to win, but the first game. But
there's not a person at Miami right now, Big, that was even present at that 1988.
I know, but they didn't even win. They're like third in their conference. Like, what are we doing? Yeah. Well, you need to make your conference championship game,
Well, that was another thing Dan Lanning was talking about was, we need to get rid of the conference championships. Just name your conference champion winner, your regular season winner. And then let's move on to the playoffs. Let's get the playoffs started. Let's get the bowl game started. And on January 1st, we are done in college football. And then coaches can go where they want. Coaches can focus on the transfer portal. Kids can move on or whatever. It would just the timing of it and everything would work out so much better for college football.
I agree because the portal opens on the 2nd.
Yes,
So you
portal
have
opens on the
title
2nd.
game and right back into it.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's that. That's the 9th or the 8th. I mean, so what day is that? It's 3 days from now. That's Thursday night. So we got football Thursday night, Friday night,
Saturday, we
Saturday,
got NFL.
and Sunday, yeah,
And Monday.
And Monday, yeah. So we got football for like 5 days.
Yeah, I usually
I'm sure she'll be stoked when I tell her that.
You just do something really nice for her on Wednesday. On Wednesday, you do something really nice for her.
Well, we just got a lot going on too right now. We're trying to pack and all that stuff going on too. I don't know how much I get to watch, really, to be honest. I want to watch some of it though.
Well, you have to watch.
Be faking an injury or something. I can't move. And then 2 hours later, I'm like, oh, I feel pretty good now.
Yeah.
Get back at it.
I like it.
Well, I can't do that. I actually injured myself. I bent over yesterday, and I don't know. There's a muscle between like my knee and about halfway up my thigh on the inside. Whew. Yikes! I thought I pulled something or something, but
sound like a groin injury, kind of.
Well, it didn't go up that far. It was like down closer to my knee. Like it was only like about that far, like from my knee to like not even halfway up my leg. I don't know. Anyway, you got to be careful out there.
Yeah.
So,
well, I usually use a vacation day or a sick day for my birthday, and this year it falls on a Monday, so I don't have to because that's my normal day off anyway. So I don't even have to burn a vacation day.
Yeah, well, 49 again, huh? Good to be 49. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm worried that there might be some cahoots going on.
Well, if there is, I haven't been invited. So there you go.
Okay. All right, good.
Which that don't mean nothing. None of them like me anyway, probably. So I don't know if I'd get an invite. If like you talk to him every day, he ain't coming here.
Well, I told a lady at work. I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm kind of starting to question whether something's going on. And if it is, I'm thinking Saturday I might just pack up my bag and go stay with my brother in Hampton and go play golf."
What do you want to do for your birthday? I want to go somewhere else and get away from you people. Okay, well, all right. Let's talk about a little basketball right quick, and then we'll get out of here. I got some people coming later to do some quoting, so I need to be able to talk to them. Like I said, I haven't been able to update my power rankings thing in a couple of weeks, but the AP poll came out today. I don't know if you saw that, but not a whole lot of changes in that. There was some weird stuff we talked about a little bit, like Texas Tech being above us, you know, even though we beat them, whatever. But they played
five teams in the Big Ten are in the top 25.
Yeah, Arizona's still number one in the AP poll, and that's kind of. I mean, I think they're good. I don't know if they're as good as Michigan.
Well, they haven't played each other yet.
No, they probably won't either.
No, I think they're going. They should play each other. They're both in the Big Ten, aren't they?
No, Arizona's in Big 12.
Arizona's in the Big 12. That's right.
Let me see here.
I'm going to have to put up a whiteboard so I can put all the teams and what divisions they're in.
I know. It'll probably change next year. Let's see. What did I say? Big 10? No, Big 12. Let me see who Arizona plays. Schedule. Because now we're in conference, right? So there's not going to be any more. Let's see. So they beat Florida. They beat UCLA. They beat UConn. They beat Auburn. They beat Alabama. So yeah,
That's
pretty good.
That's a pretty good resume right there, man.
Holy crap. That's crazy. That's pretty good. I didn't realize they'd won all those. I knew they had some big games, but and then Michigan, let's see who Michigan had that players era run where they just beat everybody by like 40. But
is BYU in the top 25?
BYU, yeah, they're number 9.
Okay.
Why?
I'm just interested to see, like, paying that much for a player, how far it gets them. I'm interested to see how far old. I can't even think of his name right now.
DeBansta.
Yeah.
He's good. I mean,
I know he's good, but I mean, with what supposedly they paid this kid, you need to be in the Final Four. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they got a really good point guard, and then they got a really good. Well, I would say really good, but he's good. I think he was all conference or something too. But they're good. I mean, besides him, they got some other players too, but he's pretty good. I don't know if a lot of people have him as the best in freshman or whatever. I don't know about that. Like, I've seen some pretty good. If Darren Peterson could ever be healthy enough to play, there'd be nobody else to be talking about anybody but him. That guy is unbelievable, but he can't. He's hurt. Been hurt all year. And then of course, what Acuff's doing? That kid.
Well, Boozer's tearing it up.
Yeah, Koa Pete at Arizona, he's doing really good. UConn's got a couple freshmen doing well. Duke, yeah, like you said, the Boozer kid. Houston's got a couple of freshmen really good. Cenac and Kingston Flemings, the point guard. That kid's good. Let's see.
Well, I honestly believe that the Arkansas Razorbacks have the best point guard in the country. Now, I don't know if they got the best basketball player in the country, but they got the best point guard in the country.
I feel that way too. That kid's unreal, man. And usually they'd be like, "Oh, wait till he plays some good teams." Okay, well, he plays some good teams. He balled out against them too. So now what are you gonna say? You know, well, we don't like him because he's 6'2". Well, what? You nitpicking pecker.
Well, I have you know that Allen Iverson was only about 6'2", if that.
How tall is Kyrie?
Not very tall.
How far? This is who he reminds me of. Stephon Marbury.
Everybody likes to compare people to Stephon Marbury.
He reminds me of him. He reminds me of him.
I think he reminds me of AI more than anybody. He doesn't really have the ball hand. No, he doesn't have the ball handling skills that AI had. But as far as like getting to the basket, making points, hitting your 3-pointers, making the right,
even more explosive.
Yes, Iverson was. There was only one AI. That guy was.
Acuff's built like. What's that? Remember that old Arkansas player was Bowers?
Arlen Bowers.
Was he look like a bodybuilder?
Yeah, they called him the truck. Yeah,
that's what he reminds. That it's just a Mack truck, man. You can't. He can score any way he wants to. He just bully you in there. He'll go around you, or you shoot over you.
He always has a look on his face like he might like shank you too. Like any moment, Acuff might shank you. You know.
And Thomas, I mean, if he was on any other team, that's all anybody'd ever talk about. How good that guy is. If it wasn't great doing what he's doing, you know.
Yeah. I disagreed with Jimmy Dykes during the broadcast. He was saying that Thomas was our best defender. And I was like, I'm not sure I agree with that. You know?
I'd put Billy on anybody before he'd be the first guy I picked to play somebody if I was going to be like, shut that guy.
Yeah. Billy and Pringle had problems getting in foul trouble during that ball game. Ewing came in and hit some big free throws down the stretch. And let me tell you something, free throws, anybody who tells you free throws aren't important needs to watch that ball game right there, because Tennessee is close to winning or tying that ball game if they just could shoot some free throws. They were terrible.
They were horrible.
The Hogs stepped up and shot like 80-something% from the free throw line. And let me tell you something, I'll take that every night of the week. That'll win you a lot of ball games right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that game was a good game.
And Trevin didn't have a huge game, but the points that he had came in like really key moments.
No kidding. This dude's just rebound dunking everything.
No, a three-pointer. You don't ever see a three-pointer get rebound dunked. And, man, he just come out of nowhere. And that was his second one. He had one earlier in the game that was almost as impressive.
I had the wife run down here because I was like, whoa. Oh, I jumped up out of my chair. Whoa. Yeah, she come right down here. Are you okay? Yeah, no. I'm good. That was just pretty sweet dunk you missed.
And the refereeing was terrible. And I don't mean like foul calls. I mean like out of bounds calls. Guys walking, taking 8 steps, and the ref just standing there looking at them. It's like, are y'all, do y'all actually know the rules of the game, or y'all just out here running up and down, or what?
I don't think we know the rules anymore is the problem. It's like,
when I was
everything's loud,
When I was a kid, if you took both hands and you dribbled the ball, that was a double dribble. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many times I see a big man grab the ball, bounce it off the floor with both hands, and then go up. It's like that is a double dribble.
Bro, if you stop dribbling,
yes,
and you form a pivot foot, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You cannot move.
That's your pivot foot.
Throw it away unless you pass it away, or they throw it back to you. Then you can dribble them. No. You cannot move that foot again. All right, unless you're doing a layup or something like that.
Apparently,
you can stop anywhere now and just walk over here.
Apparently, nowadays you have to choose a pivot foot. And then you can drag as long as it doesn't come up off the floor, you can drag it anywhere you want to.
They take steps. They'll take off like they're stopped, right? And then they take off running to do a layup. That's a walk, bro. Mm-hmm. You can't take off like that. If you're running down the floor and you go to shoot a layup, you get a little extra step for that. When you stop, that's it. You can't move again. You can't be taking step. That's not, you're like the Euro step. That's fine. You're moving or whatever. But when you stop, that's it. Yeah. You remember when we were in like junior high and I beat Matt 1-on-1 and there was a play under the goal where he was like, you won. And I was like, nah, screw you. I won. That was a walk. Okay. These guys do it all the time. All the time.
Well, I've always back when Nolan was coaching the Razorbacks, the big thing was the jump stop. They would go running in there and they would jump to a stop. But then you had to go up with it. You couldn't like take 2 steps then and shoot the ball.
It's crazy, man. Like I said, maybe I don't know the rules anymore. Man, they changed the rule on the pivot, but bro,
I don't think the rules have changed. I just don't think they get enforced. I don't think they get enforced.
That's just blatant.
When a kid does get called for walking, the look on their face is astonishing. It's like, what? What did I do wrong? You ran 5 steps from the 3-point line. What do you mean? What'd you do wrong?
Oh my gosh, I know it's crazy. Anyway. So that game's good. And then we got I think Ole Miss and Auburn this week. So should be a
good test.
Good test.
I don't know about Ole Miss. I haven't got to see them play this year. I don't know if they've improved any or not, but the Auburn game should be a good test for, especially at Auburn.
Ole Miss is kind of had not been that great this year. They should be better than they are. They haven't played that great this year.
One of the things that really I found encouraging in the Arkansas game is we could not hit a 3-pointer to save our life. I mean, if it wasn't Acuff or Thomas shooting it, it wasn't going down. Billy had one that went almost to the bottom of the net and popped back up. It was crazy. And we still not just stayed in the game, but we ended up taking the lead, extending the lead. So that encouraged me a little bit because I feel like we usually shoot better from the 3-point line than that.
Another thing that was encouraging too was when Acuff was so gassed.
Yeah.
And he finally took him out of the game and he looked like he was going to pass out. Yeah. We actually increased the lead while he was out. And that was encouraging. I was like, heck yeah, because if usually your best player leaves, it's like there's a drop, right? And they score a couple baskets or something right quick, or you do a turnover because your point guard's not in there. That didn't happen. I like that. It was a good sign.
Well, DJ does a good job when he gets in there and he subs for Acuff. DJ did not have that good of a ball game, but
he didn't play very much.
He didn't play very much, and then when he got in there, he missed a couple of shots. Even the shots that he normally is really good at, like when he takes somebody to the basket and finishes with the left hand. He had a difficult ball game.
I haven't seen him do that in a month.
Yeah. He tried it. He tried it in that ball game, but it got denied. And Tennessee's got some bigs, man. Tennessee has got some bigs inside their backcourt is not as deadly as it used to be, but their front court is still tough. Well,
their point guard is pretty good, but when he left the game, you could tell.
Oh yeah.
They were way different without him on the floor.
He also got into foul trouble in the second half, and I think that really limited how hard he was playing on defense and stuff, which helped us out, helped Acuff out a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
well, their center was like questionable or something. Like right before the game, they were like, I don't know if he's injured or sick or what. But I was like, oh man, yeah, we need that guy to not play. That'd be great. But no, he played. He did pretty good. He's a pretty good player.
They're a good team. Tennessee's a good team. They're disciplined. They play good defense.
They play good defense. They really do.
They play really good defense.
They're going to win a lot of games. They really are. Let's see here.
I think it's funny because Rick Barnes and Cal are like the two winningest coaches in basketball right now. So
yeah.
Like every time Barnes wins one and Cal loses one, Barnes takes the lead and then Cal takes the lead.
Yeah, I heard Cal say at his press conference, so he's like, "Well, they took a couple away from me."
Probably that UMass. Was it the UMass team?
I think so.
I think it was the UMass team.
I don't know, but yeah. So
I also heard him.
That was gangster was his comment about when he went off on his rant.
Yeah.
About the
he's like, how many of these kids are going to make the NBA? I mean, unless they're playing for me.
I know, dude. That was so gangster, dude. That was great. I was like, oh wow, that's bam. Throw that in there right in the middle of it. That's good.
I mean, unless they're playing for me, they're
yeah. We'll see how it goes, man. Right now, though, I'm surprised. All these teams are supposed to be good at the preseason, right? Are 0-1 in the conference right now. Tennessee, Auburn, Florida, Kentucky. They all lost week 1.
Who did Kentucky lose to?
Alabama, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, Alabama. And it wasn't close either. Like, I think they ended up winning by 15, but it got like within like 9 maybe in the second half or something. Like they tried to make a run, but then Bama was like 3 back out to 15.
I got a hot take for you, man. I got a hot
Okay.
take for you. And this might come to fruition. It might not. But I think in 2027, next year,
Mm-hmm.
I think your head coach for the Alabama Crimson Tide football team is going to be looking for a new job. And I think your head coach for the Kentucky Wildcats is going to be looking for a new job.
You mean after next season? Or
After
this
next
season?
No, I think they'll give Pope this season, and I think they might give him next season. But I think that'll be about it. If he hadn't done it by then, they're gonna find some reason to get rid of him. Because they made it clear when they fired Cal, they don't, just making the tournament or just making the Sweet 16 is not enough for them. That's not enough for them. And I don't think he's going to do it this year. I've seen his team. I've hate watched them a couple of times now. I don't think that they're, I think they'll make the tourney, but I don't think they're going anywhere.
I'm looking at their conference. Yeah, I don't know if they'll make the tourney or not. I really don't.
And then Alabama in football, their fans are so unrealistic because of Saban that even though he made the CFP this year, even if he makes the CFP next year, if he don't win it all, they're going to be looking for somebody else.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you should have heard him screaming after week 1.
Yeah, exactly.
They lost. They were. It's where they running.
And then they slowly got on the bandwagon as they started winning, and then they lose in the college football playoffs. Like, yup, I told you, week 1 we should have got rid of that guy.
I know. Well, they lost to Georgia, right? And then they lost to then they beat Oklahoma, but then they lost to Indiana real bad. But
yeah, Indiana is nothing like to sneeze at, and Indiana also.
That's not how they think, though.
Indiana makes Arkansas fans mad. And the reason why is that Indiana is not a football school, but here they are in the college football playoffs. They get the same kind of recruits Arkansas gets at Indiana, and here they are in the college football playoffs. There's no reason whatsoever that Arkansas cannot be in the college football playoffs.
It's true. I agree. A lot of fans say that.
Well, Indiana's proof. Indiana is proof, man.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see what else we got here. Make sure I got. That's not good. But anyway, a lot of transfer portal stuff going on. But anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
No, I'm ready for some dinner. Let's get off here.
Brandon, appreciate you, man. TJ, thanks, man. Appreciate the Happy New Year to you and yours as well. And
Brandon, I don't know if your Texans with exclamation points is good or bad, but yes, I like the Texans. I didn't realize I didn't have comments on, or I would have commented on these during the show.
He said best possible matchup for the Texans is the Steelers. So
I think the best
cold is the worst environment for them, though.
I think the best matchup for anybody on the AFC side would be the Steelers. I mean, they limped into the playoffs. Their quarterback is 55 years old. I think they're the weakest team out of the AFC playoffs. That don't mean they won't win the first round or the second.
Yeah.
Because Aaron Rodgers made a deal with the devil at some point. I'm pretty sure.
It's very possible. Oh, by the way, you know what happened on December 31st, 2025?
December 31st, 2025.
It's the end of MTV. They are no longer on the air.
I thought that ended a long time ago, man.
No, they played the first video that they ever played.
Wait!
played
Don't
that
tell me.
as they
It
went off.
was.
I don't even know.
Oh,
But
it was.
I saw the
It's
story.
the video killed the radio star. That's what the very first video. I don't know why I know that, but I know that.
That was in 1980 something. That
Yeah.
song was. What was it?
Video killed the radio star.
Well, that's pretty fitting, I guess. That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Video killed this radio star. Look at that.
Yeah. I wouldn't lie.
Anyway, that was supposedly whatever the first video they ever played was. That was the last one they played, and then that was it. They're done. No more MTV.
My biggest memory of MTV was when I lived in Ozark, Arkansas in the late 80s. And my next door neighbor had MTV and we did not, because it came on your cable package. Like you had to upgrade your cable package to get MTV. And my dad was cheap, so we didn't have MTV. But my neighbor did. He also had an older sister that I had a huge crush on. And yeah. And I remember going over there and watching MTV with her. And I don't know if I liked MTV or if I just liked hanging out with his hot sister.
Pretty sure it's the hot sister thing.
Probably.
I'm just guessing.
Probably.
Here's some weird stuff for you. 1987.
Yeah.
SMU gets the death penalty for paying players $61,000. Okay.
Yeah.
2026, Texas Tech just paid their QB $5 million to transfer. We may have overcorrected a little bit. I don't know. I'm just saying.
We tend to do that, though.
Oh my gosh!
We got to get some rules and a salary cap. Is what we got to do. We got to get some rules.
This is ridiculous. He's gonna make more.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That can't be true. No way this is true. It says that he's going to make more in that one season than Shadur Sanders will in his 4-year rookie contract. He's going to make more in that 1 year.
Well, I guess that's possible.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy that we're paying these kids like that. Like, name, image, and likeness, right? You telling me you specifically are going to bring in $5 million worth of what? Revenue? How are you going to do that?
It was supposed to be, hey, this kid is going to be a number 1 pick. Adidas wants to do a shoe. He can go out and do an Adidas commercial. Adidas could pay him some money. But it turned into we have to pay everybody on the team. I don't necessarily hate it because only a small percentage of these kids are going to the NFL to make money at football after college.
Yeah.
So I don't mind like an offensive lineman in college making a couple $100,000 because that's probably the most money he's going to make, playing football. But at 18, if you gave me $200,000,
yeah,
when I turn 19, I'm not going to have $200,000.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to be $50,000 in debt. Is probably what's going to happen.
And if the revenue sharing thing was a real thing, which we know it's not because that's bullshit.
Yeah.
How the heck are you going to have $20 million in revenue and you're going to pay your quarterback $5 million?
Yeah.
So the rest of the team, you're going to pay $15 million.
And you can't even pay them that much because some of that money's got to go to other sports.
How are you going to do that? I mean, it's such a lie, bro. This is such lies, man.
It's like Coach Orgeron was saying the other day on that podcast. He's like, we used to come in the back door with the cash, and now we get to go in the front door.
That's ridiculous, man. Only other thing I saw.
What it is it's not sustainable. You're going to run into programs that can't compete money-wise, and you're only going to have 20 teams out there every year that can actually put together a decent football team. You know,
Guess who Clemson hired as their offensive coordinator?
Chad Morris.
Yes, bro. This guy, ever since he left Clemson, has been a disaster. Everywhere this guy goes. Why are they doing that? And to be clear, Clemson Twitter, oh, they're on fire. Oh, this is great. Oh, it's great. Rain chat back. It's great. Back to the glory days.
Well, it was when they were winning championships.
I don't get it. I don't get it at all. The other thing is, you remember Ian Jaffard, the defensive lineman for the Razorbacks? You remember in the Memphis game, at the very end of the game, when the running back was running the ball, he drugged the D lineman about 10 yards before they finally tackled him? That guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he hit the transfer portal. Guess where he went?
Clemson.
Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, he's star transfer. Ian Jaffard goes to Texas. And almost every Arkansas thing that I saw, almost every one of them were like, huh? Do they know who they're getting? If they watch any tape on him, what's going on? It's crazy. Crazy work. He was actually the number 4 ranked defensive lineman in the transfer portal. If you can believe that.
Well, maybe he just wasn't coached well. You know, that is possible.
That's possible. But they also could just be looking at that rating and being like, we'll take you.
Well, you figure if they're starting for another SEC school, they must be pretty good, right?
You think we had some guys defect. Marion Harris went to Oklahoma.
Okay.
Jaffard went to Texas. Where else? I saw some other ones. I think there was another Oklahoma one. Maybe.
What if they came out with a rule? Okay, this would be an interesting rule. What if they come out with a rule that you're allowed to transfer, but you can't transfer into the same conference that you're playing in now? So if you're going to transfer, you'd have to go from to the Big Ten or the ACC or something like that.
That'd be crazy.
Wouldn't that be nuts?
Yeah.
Might cut down on some of this pilfering, you know, and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's no such thing as tampering.
No, not in today's football. No.
I mean, there is, but there's not. I mean,
you can't say, hey, these are the rules, but there's nobody here to enforce them. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to make the complete NIL system. We're going to make it completely the honor system. Okay.
You're letting the kids run the asylum. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You're letting the kids run the house while the parents stay home. You know, like
it's definitely like a Home Alone situation.
It's crazy. Anyway, all right. Well, I think there's a lot of stuff on tonight. I don't really know. I could check for you right quick because I know there's college basketball on because there's like a game every night for like the next 3 months or something crazy. Let's see. Let me check the top. Do we have a top 25? Let me see here.
Yeah, tonight it was. I already looked once. It was
Nebraska and Ohio State.
Yeah,
and USC and Michigan State.
Yeah.
USC they've been pretty good, but they ran to Michigan the other night and got blowed out.
Yeah, I saw Musselman had him a meltdown on the sideline, got him a technical with like 6 points in the ball game. Like they had scored 6 points and he lost his mind.
Yeah, and I don't know if this stat is true, but I heard that I forget who was playing. It was a women's team, and this was in the SEC. There was a women's team that didn't score for over 19 minutes of the game or something like that. They scored 1 point from like the middle of the third quarter to the end of the fourth quarter. They were up by like 17 points. Okay. They scored 1 point in the fourth quarter and half the third. Game goes to overtime. Okay. And they scored 2 points in overtime. So they scored a total of 3 points in like a half a game, over half a game, basically.
Did they win?
No, I don't think they won. I don't think they didn't deserve to win. If that's what
That would be.
I mean,
that would be the impressive story. It was like, and they still won.
how the heck he only scored 1 point in a quarter? Holy moly! SEC schools. This ain't a bye game. This is.
I don't know, man. It's easy to say that, but last year we went to South Carolina. The men's team did, and we ended up getting beat by 50. And if I remember right, we went for like almost a 9-minute stretch without even scoring a bucket.
We did that every game. It wasn't no big deal. Well, we didn't score for 8 minutes this game. Be better next week. Well, yeah. Anyway. All right. Well, there is some stuff on tonight. I don't know. There's not much college basketball. Don't look like the good stuff anyway. And I don't think there's any college football, right? Is there bowl? Actually, there is some goal games, I think, actually. What is today? The 5th? Let's see here. No, everybody's done. All the bowl games are over. All we got left is the college football playoff stuff. So no more college football. No NFL because we're playoff bound or whatever.
Yeah, you realize what's about to happen. Football season is going to be completely over.
Mm-hmm.
March is right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And then we head into the drought.
The doomsday. We'll figure it out. Be all right.
We'll have to start really talking about college baseball or something.
No, Lordy. We'll figure out something.
I can talk about college baseball.
Going on or something. I mean, it ain't time for the Olympics again or something.
No, I think we just got done with the Winter Olympics. So
bro, we can stretch WNBA out into like freaking July or somewhere, August, somewhere in there. We can stretch that out. Then you got like,
we may have to start doing some shows over like the WWE and MMA or something like that.
We just gotta make it to August 1st, and then we can start talking football again. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and how Silver Tongue's going to take us to the championship.
I don't even know if you've been checking the Discord. I've been putting stuff in there.
Yeah, I've been looking at it.
Have you been looking? Let me see if we. Yeah, we got AJ Hill. I don't know. That's about the best I could tell you. He was a former top 100 player. Everybody else is long snappers and kickers. Man, they ran off Starzik. They got a kicker and a long snapper and another kicker. And then Starzik hit the transfer portal last night. So,
what about Jaquavian Smith, man? We got him.
He's supposed to be good, but I mean, he's from Howard.
Now, is AJ Hill? He was the quarterback at Memphis. Did he start last year?
No, he was a freshman.
Oh, okay.
He was just a high recruit. Like, I don't know if he's the highest recruit they ever had, but he was a highly recruited kid coming out. So we'll see. I don't know. That gives us two quarterbacks. We got so many players that we need. It's going slow, man. It's ridiculously slow. Drive me nuts. Anyway. All right, my brother. I will catch you later. We going on. We coming back Monday.
We'll be back next Monday.
Yeah, we're gonna do Mondays only now. What are we doing?
I don't know.
We better tell the people.
Whenever he texts me and say, "Hey, get in the studio," that's when I go get in the studio.
Have you noticed anything, by the way?
You've gotten shorter.
I was up here when we started. Now I'm down here. It's ridiculous. This chair is going to give you the end of me. I don't know. We'll talk about it, man. I will catch you later, man. Peace out. Glad you're back. Glad we got to talk. Been missing you. And I'll holler at you later.
Peace, brother.
Peace out.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.